What's going on? Welcome to Asian Cosell. So we got one here by Jason Whitlock. So we got Tyrese Haliburton and Caitlin Clark. Resurrect America's Basketball Jones. Yeah. So we're gonna kind of see, since they're the household names in Indiana. So here we go.
Guy and think everything's conspiratorial, but everything's not a conspiracy. Many things are just God moving chess pieces, or everything is just God moving chess pieces on the board. A lot of things for good. And this next one here is going to be like, nah, man, she's a feminist. Nah, man, she bent the knee to the woke crowd. Look, man, Caitlin Clark is just a child. You don't give up on children. You don't give up on young people. She made a mistake, in my view, probably not in hers, bending the knee to these woke idiots and talking about, and everyone, because we got this religion of worshiping black women. She stepped out of line. She's not doing what we're seeing from a lot of male athletes that are like, nah, I'm here to uplift Jesus Christ. Black women, y'all uplift Jesus Christ too, and that'll lift y'all up. Instead, Caitlin Clark's somewhat bought into the bogus deal that it's her job, that she's some sort of God and she needs to uplift black women instead of letting Jesus Christ. Let them black women fall in line with Jesus Christ and watch what Jesus Christ will do for black women. Caitlin Clark can't do it. Sabrina Ionescu can't do it. Breanna Stewart, these white women can't do it. Nothing, and white men can't do nothing for black women either. But Caitlin Clark's a child. And the next thing you know, Tyrese Haliburton starts becoming a superstar, not quite on Caitlin Clark's level, but now he's a superstar as well. They're both in Indianapolis. They're both in Indiana, the Hoosier state, the basketball state, where basketball reigns.
Oh, let's play a shooting game while we're at this. And there you go.
And they both have a fan base filled with traditional American.
Yeah, I didn't backdoor right there in Indiana. And the thing with Tyrese Haliburton, he's at almost every home game Caitlin Clark is at. So, he's actually participating in, the Caitlin Clark effect. And he's at every game. So whatever game he could be. And now he's in the middle of a possible, championship for Indiana. So yeah, these are two stars that are actually there. And then once Caitlin Clark can get back from her injury, oh, it's going to be a good year in Indiana. So yeah,
Americans with biblical values who believe in the nuclear family, who don't want to be a promoting any form of racism, anti-black or anti-white. How does this happen? A year ago, who would have thought the two most entertaining, interesting basketball players would be playing in Indianapolis in the same arena, representing the same city, and would become friends? There's something going on. And we don't give up on sports. We stand our ground. We maintain the hope. We support the people and things about sports that we like, and we work to change and to reinstill biblical values in sports, because we founded this. This is ours. The same way you want to defend America and say, hey, man, me and my ancestors, we did this here in America. And I'm just going to let Somalians, I'm going to let Mexicans, I'm going to let any and every Indians, come in and just change this entire culture? You just gonna turn it, run and hide, and just move further and further? Everybody's gonna move to Idaho and Montana? Or do you fight and stand your ground? And I think sports are worth fighting for and standing your ground because help is on the way. I think Tyrese Haliburton and his friendship with Caitlin Clark, this is my hope, this is my prayer, is that she will never again bend her knee. She'll have this relationship and friendship with Tyrese Haliburton. She'll never spend another moment worried about, oh, I got to make sure I say things that please Angel Reese and Asia Wilson. And she'll return to that Christian Catholic education, discipleship that her parents raised her up in, and she'll stand 10 toes down and quit trying to pander to a bunch of women, lesbians, black, whatever, that want to anoint themselves as worthy of worship.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Yeah, she did bend the knee once, and I was thinking, okay, will this have an effect on her? Luckily, it didn't have a huge effect on Caitlin Clark because we're still packing out the arenas, and then to add to what's going on with the Indiana Pacers, we even have Tyrese Haliburton. I actually like the guy because. Of course, I like the part where he said in the Olympic team, "Hey, I'm part of the group project, got an A," but this time he has to now fully participate. And hey, it's so far so good. I mean, we don't know, but it's only one game right now, so we'll have to see how the NBA Finals go, and then this emergence of of course, we know Caitlin Clark and. Yeah, it's going to be a packed house in Indiana. So, let's see.
So, I had a couple of different thoughts here as it related to what we saw last night from Tyrese Haliburton. I thought of Michael Jackson, and I thought of Thriller, and then I thought of the movie A Star Is Born. And I thought about the remake. I did watch the original one with Barbara Streisand, I believe, and whoever was, but that was so long ago.
Yeah.
And I did happen to see this latest one, and I gotta admit, it's one of the few things recently I did enjoy it. Call me a simp, call me beta or whatever, but the music that whoever sung for Bradley Cooper, that music was good, and I gotta give Lady Gaga credit. She played a hell of a role. And anyway, I just thought of that's what we got going on here with Tyrese Haliburton and Caitlin Clark. A Star Is Born. Tyrese Haliburton. And it was like adding Lady Gaga, and I can't remember the character that Bradley Cooper played. I can't remember his name. But the injection of Lady Gaga and her character to his music re-elevated, reignited his career. This dude had some demons. Anyway, it's a great movie. But we have two stars being born. Our one showed up a star and now has created another star. And you can't tell me that this is just coincidence, that this is just luck, that this is some sort of rig job that the NBA and WNBA are pulling off. I don't care if the Pacers get swept the next 4 games. Something fascinating has happened here. You're going to see corporations, they will have no choice. You would have to be retarded. And look, they are capable of being.
Yeah, and of course, the crazy thing is Caitlin Clark, moves to Nito. And, Tyrese Haliburton, he was there in the NBA. And now he's made his name. There's right now, actually, this video was set before the finals. I mean, they're 3 games away from winning the NBA title. So, but I digress. We'll see. All right.
Being that retarded. But you're going to see commercials promoting Tyrese Haliburton and Caitlin Clark any and everywhere. They are a dynamic basketball duo.
Yeah.
That for the most part, stand for all the right things, and they're worthy of our support. Be mad at me all you want, and you're wasting your time following sports. Nothing coming out of a television screen other than, me watch. So I watched this Philip Anthony Mitchell, now this minister out of Atlanta, 2819. Obviously I watch Vody Bacham and John McCarr, but I've been spending a lot of time watching this Philip Anthony Mitchell out of Atlanta. So other than that, other than sermons and sometimes I go to sleep with, they got these Bible readings that put you to sleep or whatever. But other than that, nothing gives me more satisfaction. Nothing gives me more, nothing could keep me up the way I just tossed and turned all last night and dreamed about what Tyrese Haliburton did, memories of my dad and my brother and I going to the Indianapolis Fairgrounds to watch the Indiana Pacers and Darnell Hillman's afro, and me from Alex English to Billy Knight to Wayman Tisdale to whoever was the best player on the Pacers, Reggie Miller. No matter how much, it just brought back all kinds of great memories. And that ending last night just thrilled me to no end, brought me joy. And, occasionally everybody needs that kind of joy. Everybody needs something to entertain them from time to time that brings them joy. And sports does that for me, and it can still do it for us. And we should not give up on sports. It's ours. We did that. Don't give it to them. Just because they've stolen it and hijacked it for the moment doesn't mean they get to keep it forever. Don't miss.
Yeah, and shout out to Whitlock there. But yeah, I like what's going on in Indiana. And yeah, game one, Tyrese Haliburton with that winning shot. And then, we hope Caitlin Clark gets back soon. And when she gets back, after, I'm hoping for this. Tyrese Haliburton, Indiana Pacers win the NBA, but it's going to be tough against, that OKC Thunder. And then Caitlin Clark comes back and then emerges, the fever to a winning record again. And it's going to be crazy. And I would love to see the Pacers win a title, 3 games away, and then hopefully Indiana Fever, they win a title. So that would be an ideal thing. So yeah, I'm going to wait, and we'll wait and see. All right, if any of you enjoyed any of this content, please give me the HKO special. Help the king out. Hit the like, subscribe, and comment. And wherever you are, stay safe, and I'll see you in my next video.